Welcome to Doki's Advice again. Daniel Ogutu, my name. Today I am here with my friend Cosmas Ngisa. He is the one, our right hand on the ground. Before we came, he was the one doing the organization, the logistics, all of this stuff. He has been a great pillar to the Kisumu Neuroscience Initiative, with which we are here today. And I would just like to hear from him, how was it communicating with doctors from abroad whom you've never seen and planning all of these patients? How many patients could we monitor, and what kind of experience did you have?
Thank you, Dr. Dan. It's a pleasure to be with you here. My name is Cosmas Ngisa, the way you have been informed. I want to take the opportunity to say thank you for the team. You arrived well. The planning for this camp has quite been very involving, because it involves screening all the way from the outpatient clinic. You have to see patients who are sent for radiological investigations, and then they are booked back for review. And the team was comprising at the clinic nurses, you have the neurosurgeon and the registrars, registrar residents who also assist in the screening. And quite a number of patients have turned up, and they come from all over the region, the Western Bloc region, around 14 counties which are neighboring Kisumu. So they all took time to visit our clinics, and the demand was overwhelming. So the patients who have been shortlisted so far were over 55 patients, and the number is still growing, because as we started the camp today officially, we are still having patients who are coming in, and they are being screened to see if they can fit in the camp.
Okay. So could you tell us, just for them to understand what you're talking about, how big is the county, or which is the farthest village where one of our patients come from?
Oh, the county is vast. That's Kisumu County. But as I've said, we see patients all over, even from Migori. Migori is around 250 kilometers from here. We have patients coming from the western part in Trans Nzoia. We have those coming from Busia. Busia is the border point of Kenya and Uganda. We have also those coming from Faweke, Richo, Bomet, and Kisii, or those regions. We have them already, some of them admitted. They are with us in the ward.
Yeah, that's a great distance for those who can't imagine. But how do the patients reach the hospital and the facilities? I can imagine what kind of options do they have? Bus, train, they're in pain. How do you do this?
Sure, the transport logistics has been a challenge to these patients, because most of them have spine conditions. So mobility is quite limited. So a very few afford private means of transport, but the majority use the public means of matatus, whereby they have to squeeze and suffer the pain, but their need is to see the doctor to be screened.
Yeah, great. We have met a number of patients. More are coming in. We expect more tomorrow. We expect the thing to become bigger than even us. So those who are willing to come and join us for the next camp, because we'll definitely have patients remaining, you are welcome to join. So can you help us understand what capacity of work it is for the workers in the hospital? And I mean, we have 3 wards which we are using for the surgery, and you are down there taking care of the patients, doing the imaging. Most of the people who are asking me, who is paying all of this?
Wow. Yes, the patients, most of our patients have the NHIF cover. The NHIF pays for our patients. For those who don't have, the hospital chips in and supports them to get this service, because we don't deny patient services they are entitled to. We have also a Marwa program. Marwa is an insurance scheme for the county of Kisumu. It's also able to pay for themselves. For the staffs, they have been overstretched. Indeed, even the wards are full to capacity. Our admissions are scaled up in a way that we admit some patients every day. They have staggered them so that we take advantage of those who are discharged and get space to admit more for the camp.
For those who don't know, we have in 16 square meters, we have like 5 beds, and beds have to be shared because there's no space, and we don't want to leave people to sit on the corridors as you see here in the female ward. We want to make sure that everyone has a bed to sleep at. So, Cosmos, just before we go to the end, what are the challenges you as a hospital and are experiencing in this region? Where could you just tell our viewers this is something which needs to change, somewhere you need help, or whatsoever? What are these challenges you're experiencing up to date?
Thank you. Basically, the challenges of a patient is getting access to the services. Some because of the distance they cover. Remember, we have the only neurosurgeon in the hospital who's screening and doing these surgeries and booking for the camp. So we are overwhelmed at the clinic level. The staffs we are constrained because there's shortage of staffs. And remember, diagnostic equipment, we have them, but the patients who need them are many, so they are also booked to queue for the MRI. However, they are given the service within a shortest time possible. So those who are unable to pay for their services, sometimes you get that they are constrained in terms of resources. So this is where the donors and the partners comes in and they support the program. Okay. Getting implants for this surgical procedure is quite a challenge, especially those meant for the neurosurgeries. So we appreciate the partnership we have with the visiting surgeons. The implants you come with, they really go along in supporting those patients who are already here will benefit with the surgeries. Yeah, sure.
So if you're listening and you're in a pharmaceutical company, we need implants, we need instruments, we need these simple things, medicine, so that we can be able to give the best supportive care even during surgical camps. In this house, we have, how many patients do we have in this building, for example?
This building is our housing both neurosurgical patients. We have other forms of general surgery patients. So the ward is over 60, around 65 patients. Okay. But out of that, for we had admissions, neurosurgical patients already, there are around 20 patients here in this ward. Yeah. And other patients, 40 from other kind of specialties. And
in total, how many patients come in and go out every day through this hospital?
Wow, the number is quite huge. Yeah, okay. It's quite huge because we have those who come through the outpatient, we have those coming from emergencies. The number is quite overwhelming. Yeah. And you know, emergency works 24 hours. So the patients coming in and they go out every time throughout. Yeah. Yes.
I just wanted you to understand that we have more patients than doctors and nurses who can take care of them. So we have a really big problem. We have one neurosurgeon in this house, and you have only 2 physicians, and we can count a handful number of doctors. And if you are interested in supporting them and giving them just a bit of rest, but just coming by and helping out, seeing some patients, that will be great, even if you're a nurse. And if you say, oh, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, but I can work with my hands, I can repair things, yeah, you can also join us and help us renovate the hospital. So every help we could get will be really great. Well, this is Doki's advice for you. My name is Daniel Ogutu, that is Cosmos. We will be posting videos for you, helping you understand what is going on here. And as for now, we finish. Like, comment, share. Don't forget to do this, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.